Hi, it's Beata, and today I would like to show you something very special. It is a deck which I have treated myself instantly when I saw it. It's not typically for me. Usually when I put something, I don't have my wish list with me, but when I put something on my wish list, it's actually staying there for quite a long time, even over a year, and sometimes I'm even removing the decks from the list. But then I'm thinking again or reviewing the list if I'm still interested in a certain deck. This deck, when I saw the first time, and I think it's Simon's fault, Simon's from the Hermit's Cave. When I saw this deck the first time, I was instantly fell in love with it. I know it's funny and it's strange. I feel strange because it never happened to me before, but this deck is really, really wonderful. And you will see in a moment why. Well, it came with a few treats. I'll start from the thank you card, and this is the back of the cards. Isn't it wonderful? It looks like Christmas wrapping paper. Beautiful. It feels like Christmas for me. And the thank you card says, "Dear Beata, thank you for your order. Hope you enjoy the card. I've enclosed some crystals and rose petals too. Sean." And I don't know if you will be able to see. Hold on. Here, maybe you'll be able, yeah, there are some different crystals and the dried rose petals. It will always stay together with the deck as long as it lasts. Isn't it beautiful? Well, everything came in this beautiful bag, and you know, it's never enough bag when you dry something or you do some magic stuff. It's perfect. The deck itself came in this box. It is still tag box, so I'm sure it will not last very long time. It has a foil in the front, so you will see first card. The cards are not numbered, so there is no order in it. There is a certain way Sean put them in the guidebook, but I will tell you when I will go through the deck which deck was actually here up front. There is a label on the bag, A Whisper in the Ear Oracle by Sean Weston. This is a limited edition, and it's deck number 81 out of 105. So if you are interested to get this deck, I'll definitely put the link down below. Sean is living in the UK, and you can buy this deck from him on Etsy. Oh, it's beautiful, and I'm sure you will love it. So it is a limited edition, and if you are interested there are some decks left. There is a guidebook. Just wanted to tell you that all and it's actually described here, text, illustration and design are made by Sean Weston. This is a new deck from 2019. So I haven't seen a lot of the reviews on YouTube. That's why I thought I have to share it, even though I haven't been working with this deck very long, but already now I can feel that it's really great deck, and I love the images. They speak to me very much, even though I haven't been through all the guidebook. It doesn't matter, because the cards, the images are so intuitive. It's kind of, you feel kind of like the soul cards. You will draw a soul card and feel like, you know, you can find something that somebody else will not notice. And it's perfect. That's why I love oracle decks very much. Of course, I love tarot, and true love lasts a lifetime, so I will always use tarot. But the oracle cards are actually very good to wrap it up, the reading, to sum it up, to pull through 2 or 3 cards at the end to finalize the reading. I think it's beautiful. But this deck I'm using for something I have started to use. Today is Thursday, and I have prepared on Thursday evenings. I usually prepare something for Friday. Something is called Self-Love Friday. And usually for this purpose, I'm using my Wild Queen Oracle by Alana Fairchild. But I thought, why not to start to use this deck for Self-Love Friday? It's a Venus day. It's how we appreciate ourselves, how we thank ourselves, how we say we love ourselves. So I think it's wonderful. It's very soul-related card deck, if I can say. So let's go into the Guidebook. There is a table of contents, and there are a few pages with the information. Again, as I said before, the cards have no numbers, but Sean has put them all here in a different way, so it's very easy to locate it. I think it will be easier to find if you will have them in alphabetical order, but it's still really, it's only through a few pages, so you will easily locate where is the description of the card. There is an introduction, how to lay the cards, and before you start doing a reading, general spread, using this guidebook, about the cards themselves, and then we start each card. As you can see, there is a black and white image. Am I in the center at least? Black and white image, and there is a title of the card. There is a few lines in here, and the next page is almost full. At the bottom, it's the keywords, or as Sean described them, associated meanings for each card. And every card in this guidebook is described exactly in the same pattern. But at the end of this book, you will find few empty pages, and there is a reason for it. It's not for you to put like information from the readings. No. There is something here. There are 3 empty cards attached to the deck. So the deck, let me read it first. A whisper in the ear oracle is an effective system of divination for personal guidance and spiritual growth. The 53 cards can aid you to bring clarity and inspiration to your current situation and future challenges. Isn't it beautiful? But there is a 53 cards. You have 3 extra, so totally it's 56. And then you can use these cards to paint or draw or make your own 3 oracle cards and add it to the deck. Well, I'm not very talented, I have to admit, so I would be not even scared, terrified to mess them up. But Sean in his guidebook described if he could paint those, make those paintings, then you could do that as well. Let's see. Maybe I will be brave enough one day, or maybe if I will find some beautiful image, I will glue it in, or if I will find some artist who will maybe make some small paintings in here. You never know. But I will definitely keep them because at some point I'm sure I would like to add them. Well, again, this is the back. Looks like a Christmas paper. The cardstock is, I can't even describe it because it is typically, the oracle cards are not very thick. Yeah, I do have, how do you call it? One second. The Sacred Creators Oracle, which is really thick paper, and it's also smaller size. But this one is very flexible. It's very easy to shuffle, very nice finishing. It's like half matte or something like this, but it's definitely not that glossy as, for example, Marielle, but it's a bit glossy, but it's wonderful. It's very easy to shuffle. It's very easy to work with. I love the feeling, and I love that there is a 53 cards and potentially you can have a 3 more. I really prefer these oracles when they have a little bit more than, I don't know, 30 cards. But again, you have to see, I have a very long finger, so the deck is also rather large. So you cannot, it's going to be not impossible in this direction, but it's going to be difficult to shuffle this way. So these are large cards. Well, let's focus on the images themselves, and I would like to tell you a few stories about it. Again, I haven't used this deck for a very long time. I have it over a week, but I already used this few cards, once for a week oracle, once for the Self-Love Friday, I will show you in a moment. And then I was just pulling some cards and maybe not meditating. I'm not the meditating type, but I was really looking into the image and I honestly love it. I do. Stand your ground. Isn't it difficult sometimes to stand your ground? No wonder there is a person with a sword in here on almost empty ground. Beautiful card. Observe. Oh, how many times have we been distracted by all the media, all the information flow, all the things and cases that we have to be involved, forgetting that sometimes we have to stay still and observe. Again, I haven't read all of the guidebook yet, so maybe the meanings will be a bit different than I telling right now, but some of the cards I'm really noticing already some connection, even if I haven't gone through the whole guidebook. Be present now. This little bird, sometimes shuffling those wings like crazy, but his head is always still. He's being present at what he's doing, so beautiful message. Make a wish. Well, when I see this card, or maybe when I see this sentence, I instantly wanted to say, make a wish, but please do be careful what you wish for. So you can see in every card, you can see at least few layers. Hide and seek. It looks like, or for some of the people, it might look like great fun, but for some other people, it might be like somebody is fooling you or making a fool of you, and your life foolish too. Childhood. It feels like the Six of Cups energy, like going back to the childhood, going back to the good old memories. Or sometimes, when I'm looking at this card, sometimes it's good to remind yourself what was such an exciting and funny thing, or the way you were felt when you were starting some project, and then you lost it, you forgot about it, then you don't know whether you are still going in the right place. Why are you actually doing the thing? Sometimes it's really worth to go back to the childhood. Maybe I overinterpreted this card, never know, but this is how I feel. Time for you. Well, nothing else to add. We do forget about time for us. Adaptable. This card I would like to read later on. Not quite there yet. Freedom from the past. Oh, how often the past is actually holding us. Yeah, this was the card which you could see through this little window in the box. Light and shade. The duality. Beautiful story of our life, isn't it? Holiday. Sometimes you need holiday, but you can do it with every card or in every deck as well. Sometimes you have to go back from those holidays. In a china shop. And in Poland, we are saying, there is a little sentence that you feel like an elephant in a china shop. Meaning that you are so clumsy and so not careful, or so big that you can easily destroy those delicate china elements. So this is a buffalo, or I think it is a bull. So you can actually get it. Think on it. Meditate. Do yoga. Isn't it beautiful? It's so simple. And it's so deep at the same time. Maybe that's why it's very easy to pull the card, and you don't even have to sometimes go to the guidebook to understand the message. Ride the wave. It is always this dilemma. Shall we go with the flow, or shall we go against? Yeah. This is recovery. Again, as I said, I'm doing on every Friday, I'm doing something on my Facebook group. I'm doing something called Self-Love Friday. And this is the time, as I mentioned before, the time for me to thank myself, to be grateful to myself for all the things and energy I'm giving to others, I'm putting into my job. And the message is actually shared for everybody else who will read it. And this week, meaning for tomorrow card, will be recovery. Beautiful. Take your time. When I'm looking at this card, of course, he's walking on a line, but then take your time and focus on what you're doing. For me, distraction is it is a big deal. Everything distracts me. I'm very easy to be distracted. So to stay focused, it is hard to me. And then blur everything out, all the noise that you have from the outside. Then you'll be able to go from one side to the other. time to go. Or as I read it sometimes, time to let go. We are sometimes holding to something too tight, to people who passed away, to situation that we have stuck. We were too long, and it's very difficult to let go. Of course it is, but at times it's about time. Oh, into the unknown. Well, if you will always follow the path that you know, nothing will change. If you wanted to change something, you have to go into the unknown. Confidence. Well, the peacock is beautiful. Memories. Memories for me is like this ancestral work, like going back to your parents, grandparents, and even further. This is the memory card, or memories. New beginnings. Well, it's obvious. Trust. Trust even if you can see that the road ahead is very long, even that you cannot see the end, or not even half of it. If you will be persistent enough to follow, you will find out that it was trustworthy. Tears of a clown. Even a clown cries from time to time. Be authentic. That was the first card I actually draw. You could be a white swan among all the black one, or I don't know, a black one among all the whites. Or you can be just a flamingo, the most pink bird you can find among all the gray regular people. And we are, of course, it's terrifying sometimes. Of course, we will find a critic on the way. Of course, we will be pointed fingers or something. Nevertheless, it's really worth to follow your own path and be authentic what you do, even if this will be disapproved by some. Connection. Here instantly I would like to say what Benabel when says, as above so below, as within so without. So whether you're connected with two different worlds, this metaphysical and physical, inner work and the outside, the mundane work, or between other people, animals, whatever you are putting in this card, the connection, it's beautiful. Partnership. Two little parrots. Like nobody is watching. Oh, how many times have we been doing something at home when nobody was watching us, and then we were, the feeling was like, you're doing it, girl, you're doing it. You can dance, you can sing, you can speak, you can be in front of the camera, if we are talking about me. Even if you're paralyzed, then you have to start to treat it like nobody is watching. It's difficult. I know. I have been there, done that, and I know it. But it's beautiful. This is a funny card. Not my circus and not my monkeys. Well, there is nothing more to say in here. There are two darker cards in here, or the black cards. A word to the wise. I haven't been... not meditating, because I'm not the meditating type, but I haven't been really wondering and thinking about this card very much. And this is the Oracle title card, I think. A whisper in the ear, which can be very good as a hint, as a feedback, or it can be also very painful. Or, I don't know how to say it. It will be like someone is fooling us. You'll always find your way. You just have to be brave enough to do that. Travel light. Over troubled waters. Yeah, sometimes it seems so huge and so inaccessible or too far away. It's beautiful. They are with you. I mean, the colors are amazing. Embrace the other you. I mean, come on, all of us have the second nature, second face, second everything what we can find inside of us, and we have to embrace it, and we're forgetting about it, and we're rejecting some of the things. I remember when I was some years ago admitting, of course I realized about the shadow work, about the darker emotions that we all have, and I have as well, but I was not even ignoring it. I was literally rejecting it. Instead, when I have started to embrace it, I'm not saying I have done a huge lot of work, and I'm sure there is a hell lot ahead of me, but once I have touched this tune in my soul, then something started to work in a different way, in a better way. Oh, and again, nothing will change if you will go always the same road. Sometimes it's really worth to take the less traveled road. Drop anchor. This is for the free spirits, maybe message. Oh, this card I love. And I'm telling you, the rainbow, everybody can understand or can recognize the rainbow. A few weeks ago, I was in Berlin. My kid brother is living in Berlin. And I was in the Berlin Pride. And of course, the main theme was the rainbow colors. There were a wonderful people dressed up like goddamn nobody's business. I'm telling you, they were wonderful. And it's still, you could feel the energy that you can love is love. You can love whether you are man or woman, woman or woman, and man. And really, it's nobody's business. We could support I could really see the love, the respect for the other people when they were talking together. It was wonderful. So remember, love is love. Well, when you see this card, I mean, come on, I'm sure I'm not the only one who will instantly wanted to say "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina" by Madonna. And Madonna is my it's my really love, and true love lasts a lifetime, I will say again. And I love her from the very long time. So sometimes you just have to do the dance. Be outdoors. There are many ways, as I call it, grounding, many ways to ground yourself. But the best way is to be with the nature, to go outside. Even if there is no summer anymore and you cannot walk barefoot, you can hug the tree, you can be on the outside. Cherish a bit of sun. I think it's beautiful. Leap of faith. This card is like the classic Fool in tarot. Leap of faith. Beautiful. A sting in the tail. This is another card that I haven't been read through, but I feel that I have to do a little bit more thinking. I don't know. Maybe journaling. Maybe this is the deck that will, another deck that I will go journal about it. Let's see. A clear view. Actually, in the book, it described better, and it's shame that it's missing in here, but I will just try to find it. Where it is. Yeah, you need a clear view. Then it just makes more sense when you look at it, because of course you can see beautiful circumstances in here. Wonderful building, beautiful weather, appears to be spring or summertime, leaves or tree, beautiful flowers on the balcony or the garden, but you cannot see through the glass. You cannot see through the window. You have to get closer. You have to do something to see what is on the other side of the window. So you need clear view. Sometimes what you think you see might not be the thing that you actually see. Compassion and kindness. This is another card that I haven't been working very much yet, so I cannot say a lot about it. Oh, balance. Everybody is seeking balance, and we are working very hard to find it. And even a small amount of it, when we catch, we cherish it, or we should. Sing a different tune. In Polish, it sounds funny and sometimes may be a bit aggressive. Just change the tune. How long time can you say the same and the same? But here you could just this card can encourage you to change the song, change the tune, change the path or direction. Take a lead. Communicate in any possible level, whether it's through the phone, personal, through the imagery, or anything else you can way. Communicate. Guide them. I thought these are the birds, but when you will look closer here on the top, these look something different. Determination. Well, it's really beautiful that it's depicted by turtle, because nothing can be so determined like a turtle is slowly but surely going forward, doing the thing what natures tell them to do as well. It takes a lot of courage and persistence. Isolation. From the ashes. Actually, these two cards at the end, because they are, you could understand them in the same way, like rising like a phoenix from the ashes, and this is rise up. But I also have a feeling that this is more like the spiritual rising up, like even when you feel crushed, that something happened, really bad happened, and you thought you are so devastated that you're not going to be able to raise from it. This is the card like for this one. When the rise up cards with the balloon is more mundane, more in a real physical world, just for you to go higher, raise up. Again, I wanted to tell you that I haven't been through all the guidebook, and I haven't worked with this deck very long, because I have just got it, but I couldn't resist myself. I really couldn't resist myself to go through the deck to show you everybody, because I think it's really beautiful deck, and I think it's very interesting. And I do have a quite few oracles, but not every of this oracle is so intuitive, so very easy messages that you can see right away. Just you see, and then at least the first layer you see right away, and you can take it for yourself, or take it for the reading that you actually wanted to wrap it up. So it's brilliant and it's beautiful. Well, this is again A Whisper in the Ear Oracle, and one more time I will say that this is by Weston, and this is the limited edition, and it's my deck is 81 out of 105 decks. So if you are in, I can see from this number, you can see there is not so many left. If you are interested in, I'll definitely put the link down below to Sean's Etsy shop for you to find it. And just, who knows, maybe I'll be able to do some art on those cards. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this deck, and I really encourage you to go through the deck again. When you apply, or when you put the cards one close to another, they are really telling a beautiful, they could tell you some stories, they could really give you some guidance, they could give you some short messages if you want, but when you spread them like this, when you use a little spread, it's really wonderful. So I hope you will find this deck very interesting. Thank you again very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye!